Okay, from our previous lesson, we learned how to adjust the individual channels of the levels adjustment layer, and then we chose the RGB composite and adjusted that. There's actually another way to adjust an image. Then you can go over here, go to the image, and you'll notice three things: auto tone, auto contrast, auto color. So let's go ahead and choose auto tone and see what it does. Okay, auto tone will define the lightest and the darkest of each of the three colors and arrange the midpoint. Okay, so this does it automatically. You can see it before, before, and after. You notice that I have duplicate layers. Increase the file size, as you can see here, because I actually have three layers. But this image auto, this actually affects the image data on the layer. So this is why I had to use another layer so you can see the before and after. So I'm going to go to Edit, Undo Auto Tone to bring it back. Let's try Auto Contrast. Do you like this one? Well, auto contrast will balance contrast without changing the color balance. That's auto contrast. I'm not feeling that one particularly, so let me undo, and then let me go to image auto color. So guess what auto color is going to do? It's going to find the darkest and lightest colors. It affects contrast and color. Okay? Okay, maybe a little before, after, before, after. Interesting. So let me do undo. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could do these without affecting the actual layer itself? Sure. So let me drag this to the trash. And let me go back and use the levels adjustment layer. I can click here. And there's our levels adjustment. And we haven't talked about this auto option here. If I click auto, this will automatically correct it. I'm going to bring my histogram down. Okay. And you can see that it automatically fixed it. So it brought the darkest and the highlights. Probably we're not seeing anything here because it's really a fine detail. And it already changed it for us with that one button, auto. So sometimes another idea, a way of fixing an image is to click auto and then adjust it from there. Okay, so let me go back, reset this. Now I'm going to hold the Alt key and click on auto. What is that going to do? That's going to bring us the auto color corrections option box. You have some options here. You can enhance on excuse me. Okay, so what you can basically do on this, just go up here and select each one. Okay, select, okay, how does that look? You like it? Okay, click snap to neutral midtones. Okay, now, then go ahead and click enhance per channel contrast. I can see a little bit of color cast. You have to be careful with this one. This one can introduce a color cast. Okay, snap to neutral midtones, so kind of remove the color cast. That seems more realistic to what I was actually seeing that day. And then there's also find dark and light colors. And you can use the snap to neutral midtones. I kind of like that one the best. You notice how these are in the 1, 2, 3. These follow the same image, auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color. If I'm right, it follows the same pattern. All right. Then you can go down here and it says target colors and clipping. So this is going to tell me I'm going to click on shadows. I'm going to say my RGB setting is 13, 13, 13. What does this mean? This means anything below 13 is going to clip the black, but 13 is going to at least provide me shadow detail when printing out to a printer. So I'm going to click cancel. Highlights, I usually leave it at 242, 242, 242 so I can get highlight detail when printing out to a printer. You notice it's not 255, it's 242. Alright, these are just common settings that you see in the industry. And also mid-tone is 128, 128, 128. I actually see some debate where it can be a different number, but anyways. Okay, when you're happy with these settings, you're going to see over here it says clip. You're going to see your default setting says probably clip 10%. Do you want to clip 10%? Does that sound right to you? No. So I usually change it to 0.01, 0.01, and then I click save as defaults. So this will save these settings for me if I want to use the auto button for both levels and for curves. So just so you know, if you maybe like the fine dark and light colors command more than you like this one or this one, you can save the one that you want. We'll just choose this one here. Let me turn this off. Yeah. And then click OK. And then when I come over to my auto command and I press the Alt key and click on auto, you can see that it saved those settings for me automatically. And if I were to open up levels, curves, which you'll see in a later lesson, it will do the same thing. So this, let me reset the histogram, and you can see how it set it. And then you can further come in here and adjust make it lighter or brighter. So this is just 4 of the ways of correcting photos using levels. But why, if we can correct a photo using levels in 4 and 5, 6 different ways, why do we need curves? Well, I'll show you that in the next lesson.